Hi everybody, it's me Gary, and in today's video we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I know I haven't uploaded in quite a while, and I'm going to get into why as we go through today's video. But for now, let me just say that in the past, I'd say 6 months or so, I've started watching a new type of content that I found real interesting in painting. I've been watching a lot of Bob Ross videos and his series The Joy of Painting, and I've never followed along and painted my own. So today we're gonna play one of his episodes. I went out and bought all my supplies the other day at the Hobby Lobby, and as it just so happens, we're about to start a brand new season, season 7. I didn't plan this, but this video is just gonna mostly be my first attempt at a painting, my reaction to how good or bad it is. So I'm gonna have him on kind of in the background, and if you'd like to watch his videos, which I would very much recommend, I'll link them in the description. This video is mostly, I guess, for those of you who already like and watch Bob Ross, because you'll probably appreciate this more, because I'm not going to really do well at probably guiding you along what I'm doing, because I'm going to have to move the phone around. I can't go into the tight and out of the tight so well. I'm going to have to set my palette down and bring the phone up to the canvas with one hand and paint with the other. So it might be a little bit tricky, but we'll do our best. He's about to start here. This one is called Winter Cabin. I've already coated the canvas with magic white. As you know, that's, if you watch Bob, that's kind of the norm with how to paint. I watched this episode earlier. I was going to go into a blind. I thought, well, if I'm going to be painting something, I'd like to know what it is. So I watched the episode earlier. As I recall, the first thing he goes into is Van Dyke Brown. Now, I don't have Van Dyke Brown. I have Burn Umber, which he also has. So I know it's not the equivalent of Van Dyke Brown. So I'll probably just mix Burn Umber with a little bit of the, what do I have? Some type of black, what's it called? Ivory black, yeah. This one is a little more drab than you. It's not as much bright color, you know, like no greens in this one. Just waiting for him to get started, and I'm going to kind of follow along. Oh yeah, what am I doing? He starts out with the 2.5-inch brush. So he's starting with some Van Dyke Brown. So I'm going to get a little bit of ivory going here. This one right here on the left. And I'm going to tap. I'm probably going to need more paint than this. If I need to, I'll pause the recording and I'll dip into some, or squirt out a little bit more paint. It needs to be a little bit darker than that. Oh, he's already started on the sky. Better. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna okay. Now there's a little bit of variance in my color because mine isn't straight Van Dyke Brown like he's using. Mine is got a mixture of that black in there, and it looks like it's picking up a little bit of the liquid white underneath. As it happens, oh man, I gotta keep my phone still. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, you see what I'm doing. X strokes. It looks a little more awkward because I'm holding the phone, so let me go ahead and set that back in its stand. Whew. Don't worry, there's a lot of things I want to touch on, like why I've been gone so long, but this is literally the first I've ever touched the canvas. Besides my laying on the magic white, this is my first time actually touching the canvas. Really dig those. I get a lot of paint. Load the bristles. Just kind of let this sky go. Oh goodness. I'm already getting a little bit behind, so he's using the yellow ochre. Let me just pause it for just a moment so I can catch up kind of with this sky. So as you probably know, last year I was doing another Let's Play of a game I like called Mario Rabbids, and I stopped that about halfway through, for which I'm sorry. There were so many times towards the end of last year I wanted to get back, and circumstances just kept conspiring to prevent it. Oh man, this feels so wonderful. My first time actually doing it. I guess another reason I wanted to make this video is for those of you out there of my subscribers who don't know Bob, should really try painting because, well, first of all, it feels great just doing it now. Like I said, my first attempt. But even besides that, every time I watch his episodes, I always feel so just calmed if I'm ever upset, or even if I'm already calm. It never hurts to watch Bob. So he's getting the. Did he clean his brush? No, I don't think he did. Usually we use the. Well, I have it here. It's out of view of the camera, but it's the odorless paint thinner, not turpentine. Bob always says don't use turpentine. So just, I'm gonna go ahead and clean off my brush, I think, and then just wipe it clean a little bit here. Probably not doing this the best way, and then just kind of beat it. Oh man, if you could see my setup, it's out of view, but don't do it the way I'm doing it. You need to find something better. Get yourself, I don't know, a regular easel. Like I have a table, and I set a little cardboard box here, and then I put my little easel. It's a tabletop easel, so it's not really ideal. He's got a regular one, you know, with the metal legs that you can just, well, as he says, beat the devil out of your brush when you're ready to switch to a different color, you know, while you clean your brush off. So that should be clean enough. So he's just applying some yellow, what's it called? Ochre, right? Yellow ochre. 1 second. Is it straight yellow ochre that he's adding? Oh, I'm really fumbling. Oh, dang. I didn't have to. I figured I'd make some silly mistakes to start off with. He's keeping a little of that brown color, mixing it with the yellow. Okay. Again, I'm trying to save room on my palette for any other mixtures I have to make. I don't want to take up too much space here. So he's just gently going across the bottom. And as you're going to find out, this is going to be some of the shadows. We're putting in the shadows for the snow that's going to be to come later in the painting. And I'm just going gently across. Like I said, this video isn't really much of a guide. It's more of a, you know, let's go through the process. It'll be fun, and at the end, let's see how bad or good I did. He just said if you use turpentine instead of odorless paint thinner, you're gonna run everybody out of the house because of how bad it'll smell. That's the most fun, yeah, beating the devil out of the brush. Now he's wiping it off, so I can go ahead and get this brush. Anyway, so yeah, last year, loaded up, just white. Just testing. I'm dipping into the white to see how much of the other stuff there is left on my brush. But yeah, there's still a little bit left. I don't think I did a good enough job cleaning. Oh, I'm tempted to edit some of this stuff out, but well, I think my mistakes are part of the process, so, you know, those of you who aren't interested in seeing me paint, you can, I guess, probably tune out or skip to the end. But shoot, I'll upload the whole process. And if I'm doing that right, maybe there's a little trick to the way he moves the brush and the paint thinner that gets the paint off better than I'm doing. Just touch that titanium white. Yeah, that looks good enough. I think I've got most of the paint off. So now he's applying clouds. Yeah, I don't think I got enough paint on my palette. I'll probably have to squeeze a little bit more onto it. But anyway, he's doing some clouds now, so. Oh goodness. These are some dirty clouds, but honestly, this is going better than I expected for my first time. I thought I'd have done goofed everything up by now, but those are not good looking clouds. I gotta get me some more. Hold on, pause for a second. I'll get some more paint on palette. So there we go. I got a little bit more on the palette. Let me play Bob. But he's still using the 2.5-inch brush for the clouds, but I'm not quite skilled enough, so I'm gonna have to use a different brush. So I'm using my fan brush here, using a smaller brush. That's a good alternative if you're familiar with Bob using this to make clouds, because he does this too. So just move around or else it'll look like a great big cotton ball, he says. Always be moved. Don't stay in the same place too long. Oh gosh. He's already at the fluffing part for the clouds, where you pull up and fluff. Oh gee, I'm lagging a little more than I thought. This takes so much effort. Should I gotten a different type of paint, a paint that maybe so movable? I'm starting to think I put too much liquid white on the canvas to begin with, you know, because it's so wet. Everything's mixing more than it looks like it's mixing with his. I wonder if it's due to a different type of paint. I went down and I tried to find the closest type of paint to his that I could, that he uses. Or shoot, these are going to have to be my clouds. They're a little dirty, which mimics the clouds in real life sometimes, but anyway, then you're going to take your big, put this brush back, take your big 2.5-inch brush, and what you do is, here, let me bring it up a little. I'll show you. Like I said, if you want to see this stuff done right, watch his videos, because gently pull it. Does that make, did I do that? So that you can see, I know they don't look like barely like clouds, but, and then gently come across. Oh gee, that just looks like a big white line there, a big streak. That's nothing, that's no clouds. Meanwhile, his look fantastic. Oh my gosh, this is nothing. But I'm not giving up, I'm gonna keep going. Blend this out a little more. I didn't meet with the horizon enough. Yeah, that's a smart idea. He just said he has several of each brush. I forgot about that part. It's a learning process. My dad said, why don't you just paint a couple of his on your own, then try and record it? But that's partially why I'm recording it, is the novelty for YouTube. I just hope that the funness of my dumbness overweighs the annoyance. Alright, so he's getting into some dark color to make the trees. Let's go ahead and try and catch up. We're going back into that brown color that we mixed. Like I said, there's no greens in this painting. Alright. This is not even a solid. Seems I've done so many things wrong. Just go. Just let these things happen. That's no mistakes. Just happy accidents. That's what we make here. Oh man, I'm so wrapped up. I have a lot of things I want to talk about in this video, but I keep forgetting because I'm so busy trying to catch up. Hey, that stroke almost looked like a real tree. They're supposed to be in the distance, so they're not supposed to look terribly authentic, so I guess that could be worse. Honestly, those kind of look like trees. That looks okay, yeah. Let me go further. This is my world. It can look however I want it to look. Thanks, Bob. Always remind you. Well, he's using the thin brush now. Don't remember that part. I got the little cap on it, this little thin brush here. Pull that off. Oh, what's he using? Oh, he's using Van Dyke, right, to make his some indication of tree trunks. Let me go ahead and pull you in so you can kind of see my trees a little closer. Just making a lot of X strokes, I think. That's what Bob says to do anyway, so. Should have my phone maybe a few inches closer, but that's okay. use this, you get a little burn umber, a little bit of the black, kind of mix it up, twirl it to a point, and then oh, this is hair is not what? Oh, come to a point. Come to a point. And yeah. It's not making a line, it's just kind of splitting the paint. You know, like, it's not doing what it's supposed to do. Alright, you know what? I have another one. Maybe this one's a little bit different. Let me take the cap off of this one. Let me try. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'll get to your tree trunk in a second. Oh, gee. But yeah, as you probably knew in my last video, I don't know if I really brought it up. I think I was still working at Wendy's when I made my last one, which, you know, was really fun work. I liked working there, but eventually, for different reasons, I moved on. Ended up working at Outback Steakhouse right now. Matter of fact, I open tomorrow, so I gotta kind of get to bed soon. It is pretty late as I'm making this, but I really wanted to get this done. I thought, you know what? If I make this tonight, maybe that's a way to prove to myself that I'm moving beyond the procrastination. All the times I put off making another video last year, and it's just now that I'm making it. What, maybe 10 months since my last one? I haven't checked. Oh, this is pitiful. These don't look like trunks. Hey, if it looks ugly, it's my brand of ugly, right? How? It's not. It's making indentations. Like, I see scratch marks, but no, you know, here, let me bring it up so y'all can see. Gosh, we're already 17 minutes in. It's only 10 minutes into his video. I don't know. If y'all are painters, shoot, let me know what I'm doing wrong in the comments. Because I'm really winging it here. I don't even know if the colors I'm using are the appropriate ones or they're close to his colors. I don't have his exact colors. Well, I have a few. I have the titanium white. I have the burn umber. Oh gosh. Oh, I know what it is. Yeah. I've got the golden rule. See, this, don't be like me. Thin oil sticks to it. I should have dipped it in a little paint thinner. Maybe magic. Well, not magic white, because that lightens the value. I want it to still be dark. Dip into that dark color, but add a little bit of the paint thinner, and that'll stick right on top of those trees. There we go. I'm learning. Probably won't do another one of these videos, but if I do, I will have learned big time. There we go. Paint thinner. And now watch. I'll bet it'll stick. Because Bob's not going to leave you wrong. That's the golden rule of these videos. He always repeats it. Now let me try. There we go. Already that's looking better. It still doesn't look so great because I botched it already so much and they don't really look like trunks anymore. But shoot. I will take it. Bring it up to it. Twist it up to a point. Yeah, since tomorrow, I'm recording this the night before Valentine's Day. And so tomorrow's probably going to be pretty busy at work. Because yesterday was Super Bowl Sunday. I was there yesterday. Was my day off. It was pretty busy yesterday. Okay, shoot. You know what? That's enough of the tree trunks. They don't even look like trunks anymore. They just look like darker parts of the leaves. Parts of the trees. Wait. What are we loading, Bob? I missed a little bit. Go back. Oh, he's saying he's going to have a guest painter in this season. Tree trunks. He's still using that little brush? Oh, the fan brush. Oh, right. This brush. The one I use to make those pitiful lack of clouds or lack thereof. I'm sorry. Again, I missed what he was doing. Brown. And since this is in front, I should probably add a little bit of the paint thinner, I guess. Okay, so this is a big trunk. Shoot. That ain't dark enough. A little more, a little darker. He's already on the highlights. Just 1 second, Bob. All right. Shoot, this is a thick son of a gun. That's thicker than I meant to make him, but shoot. Let's just have him go all the way up off the canvas. Tell me it's loaded. There, it's a little darker. It's not as dark as I would like. Probably because, I used the white on this earlier, didn't I? The fan brush. And I forgot to beat the devil out of it. So many mistakes. But hey, the tree don't need to be dark, okay? It's a light tree. I know all this color kind of looks the same. But to be fair, it is a rather drab painting, as even he said. So he's doing the highlight now. He's going to use the, alright, my knife here. What color is? Okay, got my knife ready. Right, the highlight. Yellow. Oh, mix it like this, right? Alright, I'm mixing my yellow and then my burnt sienna. And then I'm going to cut across with the knife. Just mix it. Don't mix it dead, but mix it pretty well. And then just cut across. This is embarrassing. Get a thin roll of paint on the edge. And I gotta add. Great. Skip ad. I actually have that game. It's ad for a Hogwarts Mystery game that I already have downloaded. So, shoot, I think it's a little bit silly for them to send those ads to them. There's no way for them to know I have it, right? Shoot, what time am I at? 22 minutes. Oh, about almost 23 minutes. And we ain't even halfway done. This is... Oh, man. First time, Gary. First time. Cut across. There's so little. Is it? Looks like he has a little bit more in his knife. Oh shoot, he already added highlights. Now he's adding more highlights. Oh gee. Dip it in paint thinner, I guess. No, I think I'm supposed to add that on the palette. I don't dip the knife into paint thinner. Right. It's amazing how you can have all this knowledge in your head, you know? But until you actually try and do it yourself, you're not going to realize how difficult it is to remember certain things. Don't worry about cutting the canvas. You see what it says. These canvases are strong. You can really dig in. I'm trying to add highlight. Wait, no, that's making mountains. Don't be afraid. If you're adding highlight, you want the touch to be light. Oh, man. Let me mix it up a little more on here, on the palette. Sorry, I should be showing y'all. It's just, I don't want to hold it too far down, you know, because, look, the red's already about to drop off the side there. Oh, goodness. All right. Okay. Nice roll. Okay. That's the most pathetic looking tree, but you know what? It's my tree. Alright, now he's adding a little more highlight on the very edge of the tree. He's adding some white. So, oh, that was a pretty good cut. I cut across. See, I got me a nice, pretty good roll of paint. I guess you have to have a firm grip when you cut. Oh, that's pretty nice. Shoot, that almost looks okay. Ow! Trying to pick up that white got away from me. Now it's smudged all over to the left side of the tree and beyond. I'm probably not doing this right. I might do a little bit better if I wasn't on camera, you know? Not much better, mind you, but just a little bit. Or at least I'd like to think so. Oh, he's already doing trunks. Oh, man. But anyway, I like working at Outback, alright? I'm a host right now, but I'm trying to get over to doing what is this new thing they have, server support. Before you become a server, you become this new role. They help out bring the drinks and some of the food and whatnot. They kind of help out the servers. That almost looks like a tree, right? Smudge. Why I keep doing? I keep trying to rectify and make it look, because the white has gotten all over the tree. Oh shoot! Forget it. That's way too thick for a tree. We'll cover the bottom. You might be able to see. See the bottom. We're gonna set that later when I do the snow, because there's gonna be snow. I'll just go across it, and that'll kind of set the tree into the painting. You know, so the bottom don't look like it's floating. Okay, so he's done some limbs. Gotta paint there. Clean that off. Dark color. Twist it up to a point. Just make a few limbs on this pathetic tree. Shoot, the limbs look darker than the tree itself. Better make them nice and big since this tree is so thick. You know, kind of go with what I've got, what I've established, you know. No mistakes, only happy accidents, right? Shoot, for my first time painting ever, I'm probably going a little hard on myself. It's just that I wouldn't care, except I'm trying to make a video about it. And if you have watched up to this point, I commend you on your loyalty, however misplaced it might be, or tenacity. Now this limb is looking almost as wide as the tree. Let me just play him, let him go. I don't want to fall behind anymore. Oh, now he's doing the leaves for the tree, which is weird because there's no green, so he kind of dipped into some white. He mixed that with a little bit of yellow, maybe a touch of red. I need some more on my palette. I'm not even going to pause the recording. I'll just be quick about it. But like I said, I'll link his channel in the description, of course. Go check him out if you haven't. Bob Ross is just amazing. He was such a gentle soul. He's a fantastic painter. And he said he made these videos to show that anyone can paint and experience the joy of painting, which I knew it was probably gonna go something like this. Being my first time and all. I'm not usually a fast learner. Like, I don't know about you. Let me know, are you a fast learner? Like, you take the stuff quickly? Or, what's he do? Oh, yeah, leaves. Shoot, let's just dip a little into the magic white with a fan brush. That'll automatically thin it out. Then I'll add a little bit of the yellow ochre. It goes into some titanium white, that's fine. maybe a little more. And shoot, I want mine to be a little more green, so I'm gonna add just a touch of the which ultramarine blue I think it is, because I want mine to be kind of green. So that mixed with yellow will provide us with a little bit of a green. Okay, a little bit of magic white to thin it. Let's go up here. He's using the fan brush to do that, right? Or no? No, he's not. He's not using the fan brush, but that's okay. Hopefully it'll work. Let's just cover up some of these limbs, you know? Hey, that's good. I can't see that limb is as big as the tree itself anymore. Well, shoot, you can't see anything because I keep painting and not. Oh, we're at 30 minutes. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, a lot of hubris to think I could ever make one of these on my first try and it come out looking, or it should come out at all within 30 minutes. This is our 26-minute long episodes, so where should this go? I made this such a wide tree. Better have a lot of light up here, right? And hey, now it kind of covers up those lack of clouds, so we can pretend that there's some real detailed, layered clouds going on in the background, you know? Yeah, you can kind of see. See, if I could, I would just reach down here with your fingers and you kind of blow up the screen on photos. You can't do that on videos. If you're taking a photo, you can go and blow it up. Shoot, you can't even do that in selfie mode. Like the way it's facing now, it has to be facing that way. But anyway, the recording, you know, can't be recording towards you. The phone has to be recording the other way to pull in closer, even if you're taking a photo. But that looks pretty good, I think. All right, now he's laying in the snow. He's using the big brush. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and dip into some, shoot, I don't know if he's using titanium white or magic white or what for the snow. I'll probably use a little bit of the titanium white. Okay, I was testing a little section. This has still got the dark in it. So, I should probably beat it out. Oh yeah, I gotta get me a better setup. And next time, maybe I'll enlist my mom or somebody to help me out and record me so that they can kind of move in and out. And I won't have to grab the phone every time I try and... Oh, but shoot, I probably won't be doing this at all in the future. You don't do it that long. I did it because I know I probably didn't get it all the first time. Oh, this is not going to look right. Do I dare want to dip into the magic white? You know what? I will, but with a different brush. New brush. Shoot, this is a tough brush. Yeah, this one is tougher, the bristles on this, than the others. It's like a new toothbrush. See, now this kind of sets the tree. Now, there's no way I can go across with a brush this tiny and get the whole thing in snow. I'm gonna need to use the 2.5 inch brush. Shoot, I don't want to. I don't want to dip into the magic white with it dirty, but we're low on time, so thin paint will stick to the thick paint. That's fine. Oh goodness, I'm kind of dripping. All right, let me go ahead and play him because we're about caught up. Anyway, I hope y'all have a good Valentine's Day, because I'll try and get this uploaded tomorrow. I unfortunately do not have a date, but you know, that's the way it goes. Oh, he's already getting into bushes. Maybe I should put him on 0.75 speed. I'm barely talking. I'm not providing any. I had so many more things that I wanted to say, and now it's just like my mind goes zoop as soon as I start recording. That's another reason I don't haven't recorded. I felt like I had anything good to offer y'all. I used to make pretty, I thought, funny videos. My pitch beats were pretty good. I could think of a few other videos that I thought were pretty funny, at least in premise. But sometimes my execution was shoddy because I never had great equipment. Shoot, I tried to get a capture card. I bought one online for my to make my gaming videos. It wasn't even compatible with my freaking computer. This don't even look right. It's still so yellow. How do I get the white to overpower the yellow? Maybe if I put a little more titanium white, then mix it with the magic white. Maybe, hopefully, that'll get this looking a little bit whiter, you know? Okay. I see the part that still has so much of the yellow and it's still so daggone dirty. Okay, you know what? No snow for our painting. It's just gonna be kind of a yellow, grassy plain, okay? We're just gonna get into some bushes here because clean that off. Oh yeah, the cabin, right? You know, as far as cabins go, like, don't get me wrong, I love Bob, but sometimes his cabins don't look like anatomically accurate. This one, he's got pretty good proportions, the cabin he does here, which I get he's not going for exact size. Always tends to make his door, I think, a little bit big for a cabin. But heck, who am I to nitpick, right? I'm just putting in some little bushes, happy little bushes. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to pause him because I gotta lay in some bushes, which always make them a little darker as you come forward towards the front. He says, more black, more black. You can't see that. Can you see? Oh no, the pallet's still in the way. Alright, I am holding the palette and the phone with the same hand. I'm gonna dip back in. There, a little more black. Gonna be darker. I'll make a closer bush. Happy little bush. Okay, that looks nice, I think. Just stop piddling with. He says, don't piddle it to death. Don't keep tweaking and tweaking and tweaking. It looks fine. Shoot. Let's just grab another brush. This brush looks like a good one for making bushes, don't you think? Shoot, let's put a little bit of red in there, you know? Maybe these bushes have some red in them. Get us a little color. It's your world. You can make it look however you want. See, he keeps picking up the color underneath. I'm gonna have to learn how to avoid doing that. He's probably already said, but you know me, everything I know goes to pot when I'm under pressure. Well, that's not true. I handled my job pretty well. But when it comes to being an entertainer, I got so many great ideas. Then I try doing them, I'm like, yeah, this is why you don't record, Gary. Hey. Every endeavor, and most of them, start pretty dumb, or not doing too well. Okay. Whatever. Okay, so now he's making the cabin. Oh, it must be so late. I don't know. I check the time. 40 minutes. Probably past. Don't forget it. Clock. Alright, so for the cabin, knife. For this, we're gonna need straight black. Clean my knife off. What am I doing? It's not straight black. It got white on there. Okay. You don't mix. I do it. You don't mix with a knife. You mix with the others, then you cut across with the knife. There we go. Just kind of mix it out for the knife to cut across it. There, that's about straight black. Okay. Now just cut across with the knife. It's not. I gotta be careful, I'm gonna cut myself. I wanna get a good roll of paint on here. How does he do it? Man. Shoot. Let's put the cabin. Let's put it right here. It'll be a small, I'll make it on the smaller side. The smaller, the less commitment. Oh, that's actually coming off pretty well. No big screw. Be afraid of hurting the canvas. Okay. Okay. More black. Well, you know, there's a little brown on there. Shoot. I'll just use what's left. Because I have very limited paint. I didn't buy that big canisters. Probably enough to last me a few paintings. We're trying to save money. I didn't know if this was something I'd be wanting to do a lot on my own. Like in personal time, I don't care if it looks dumb or if it takes a long time. It don't even bother me. But when I'm trying to make a video, maybe my dad was right. Maybe I should have done this a few times first as a video. Shoot, it's gone down. Okay, it's just straight down. Oh, no, I want the edge gotta be straight. Gotta be straight. Oh, it's taller than I meant, but that's okay. Show you what I'm doing. I mean, you can probably see, but just kind of. Trying to make a steady roof, okay? Well, that sounded aggressive. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to snap. Like, it's a steady roof, okay? That sounded way more aggressive than I had intended. See, this is just what you're seeing right here is unfiltered, just my stream of consciousness, or lack thereof. There's a lot more things I've thought of saying that I haven't, probably for the best, because oh, I've got a little bit of, I think it's the magic white on the phone. The phone that I'm watching Bob with. I think a little bit went flying. Alright, since this is so front facing, it kind of looks like it's facing right, like, it looks like it's facing more this way than it is that way, you know? So, I'm not gonna have it, I'm not gonna have the side sticking out that far. It's gonna be like, maybe like that. Just down to there. Putting so much pressure, I'm sliding this cardboard box right down to there is where I'll have it end. Okay. A little more of this. How you do it, but ooh, that's nice and dark. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, shoot. Okay. Alright. And the bottom, if it looks like the bottom's jutting out a little bit, that's fine, because we can just cover that up again with some snow or something. See how the bottom's a little bit, whoa. Cut into my snow there. Okay. Grass. We're not doing the snow thing, because I can't get it to look wide enough, you know. Alright. Okay, he's doing the highlights. I guess I better do those too. Leave that kind of on the palette. Wipe my brush off a little bit. Oh man, it's gonna be a son of a gun cleaning. I'm gonna be so tired, and then I gotta wake up to go and open it at work tomorrow. You know, all those Valentine's crowd's gonna be coming in. Hopefully, I don't get too jealous watching them. You know. It'll be on top, so it'll be thinner automatically. So might as well use the liquid white instead of the titanium white. Now, what's he mixing on there? A little bit of that, a little bit of the yellow. Okay. I can, don't mix with the knife. Mix with the other brush. Gosh. Okay. There we go. And that's what I can do. I can just dip it in the paint thinner, wipe it on paper towel, and then just beat the, well, that's not necessary with the smaller brush, is it? Not really. For highlights, yeah, I can do that with this brush, that's fine. What I do is just a little bit of the, why am I doing that titanium white? Using magic white, it'll be thinner. It'll be nice and thin. Bit of the brown mixture that we have, just a little bit. Mostly white. Oh, son of a gun. What'd he say? A little bit of the blue, I think? Make for a nice gray color, something like that. Alright. It's more green to me. Maybe this will be a mossy house. Oh. Alright, so he said just touch it, let it break. Barely touch. Wait, what am I doing? There's somebody do this with a knife. Oh my gosh. I'm so out of it. I know all this stuff. Watching him, I can predict sometimes even what he's going to say next. And I know it. I know it so well. And it's like, oh, as soon as I want to do this, my mind just goes out the window. Oh my gosh. I'm almost going to be too embarrassed to upload this. But I'll upload it. Because I'm sure there's somebody out there who could do some good by seeing it. Don't mix with them. If there's any mixing to be done, do it with the brush, Gary. Okay, whatever. And just barely come across and barely touch, literally barely touch, and let the paint break. Oh, that looks too blue. I think it was going to look that blue. Okay. Oh my gosh, this looks pathetic. Yeah. There, that's kind of like what it's supposed to look like here. Kind of like that. And that does look kind of like how a cabin, you know, looks. It's got those white streaks to it in the sun. So yeah, it's kind of okay. That's good. And now the underhang, I'm gonna. It's the same as putting snow on the mountain, he said. Just barely touch. Alrighty. Now he's about to put snow on his roof, but we're not going to do that because no one's going to believe that this is snow. So, oh my gosh, 50. Oh, you're a saint if you make it through this. Okay. Or just you have common sense if you don't. So he's making some sleeves. He's trying to make it look like there are boards here. So just reach in and cut. Cut through. Make it look like there are boards. He's in Chill City. Yeah, no one's gonna believe that ours. But I will make a little bit of a door. It's okay. Look at this little streak of magic white that's stripped down. It's so thin that it's just running along. I'm gonna have to do something about it. Let me take this and just touch it. Where it kind of gets rid of it. There, just run some ground into the base. There we go. Make a little bit of a door here. Paint thinner. Dry my brush. Get it nice and dark. Well, shoot, I should be using a knife for this probably, but you can make a door with a brush. It's just, oh, mine would be nice and kind of a small, on the small side. Oh shoot, that's a huge, proportionally speaking, this is a pretty big door. I'll show you all in a second. Now I see why he has this hard time keeping the doors, keeping them from getting too big. See, it's so easy to judge when you're watching something from the outside. I mean, that's not too big. It's a little big for a door, I think. For me personally, if I had a cabin out in the woods, I wouldn't want a door quite this big. I'm making a window over on the other side. See, this ain't sharp, quite sharp enough. That's why it's better to use a knife, I think. Make a happy little window. Okay, so gosh. So there's the door, the windows over on the side. Now he's making a fence. I don't. If you could see, if you watch this episode, it's season 7, episode 1. At least to me, it doesn't make sense why he puts the fence where he does. But shoot, we can do a fence, but we're gonna put it in a. We're gonna make it look a little more sense. Like his, it kind of skirts the bush. It goes around his bush, and it. I don't know. To me, at least, looks a little funny. I don't know what kind of person who had owned a cabin in the woods would bother putting fencing in that position. But shoot, it's like I ain't knocking it. Bob can do Bob. He's the best. Or one of. Shoot, that's a little too. Alright, paint thinner. Thin paint will stick to a thick paint. That's the golden rule. That's the golden rule. So just, there we go. Thin up the paint a little. These are too thick. I should be using a thinner brush. But I'm not. I'm using this. Maybe some of these are a little toppling. Some of these fence posts. Oh man, I bet when you saw the title you thought this was going. I gotta see this. Those of you who know me, you know I'm probably no painter. But Bob tried to prove that we could all paint, so I wanted to give it a shot for his sake. It's very hard doing this plus recording, especially for your first time, so shoot, I'm pretty content. Shoot, yeah, I'll add a few more bushes, I guess. Let's add a bit of highlights of these bushes. Add a little bit of the red, mostly yellow ochre. Bit of magic white. Mix that on there. Oh, that's pretty. Now let's brighten up these bushes a little bit. Let's really load this brush. Sorry, I should probably be showing y'all a little closer. I should come close to the camera when I mix. I should be doing that. I should. Alrighty. Mix it on. It's supposed to be making this brighter. It's barely making them brighter, but that's okay. Don't kill your dark areas. Not that I could if I wanted to. He has all these fantastic contrasts in his bushes between dark and light. Mine just kind of look like little blobs. Yours have depth to them, Bob. Mine don't. Not yet, but hey. First time, first time. Just putting a little hint of red. I'm going into the little bit of the, I'm sorry, I should tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to a bit of the blue, added some magic white, going into the yellow. I'm making green. I'm going to add a little bit more green. Oh, he's signing the painting. I'm going to add a little, I want to add another layer. Come on. Come on, let me. Add more to my tree. Yeah, I think this tree should have a little more. I'm having trouble. I want it to be more distinctive. Come on, how do I do that? A little late to be asking that question, Gary. A little late. Man, why do I feel hungry even despite this late hour? Oh, heck. Is there any way to make this tree look more distinctive? Oh, heck. Just keep practicing. In time. Oh, he's already signing it. Shoot, I guess. I better sign this too. This is my first painting. Is what it is. Alright. A little paint thinner. Dry it off. Because it's about time to end this. We're over an hour. This is ridiculous. Get the bright red. Sign with straight bright red, I think. So I'm going to end the recording here. I might piddle with it a little bit more, but thank you so much for watching. I had no idea it was going to get this long, although I should have. Thank you, Bob. Fantastic episode as always. I'm just, you know, you can't help but be disappointed when you, it doesn't look so great the way you'd like it to. I can't even freaking. The first time I'm really getting genuinely irritated is if you can't sign your own name, something's wrong. I think I put on maybe a little too much magic white to start with. It might have been doomed from the start. You're supposed to do a thin layer of magic white so that the paint kind of moves around easily when you do it, or when you start painting. He always applies before he starts recording a layer of magic white. And by the time the episode starts, that way it's already ready to go. You can move it around. It's not dry, like if you want to do some water, you can easily do reflections and stuff, which you'll see if you watch his stuff. But I might have done a little too much, or not enough, or something. Or maybe I should have let the magic white sit there a little bit longer and then painted. I think he does it that way. He lets the magic white kind of sit for a while after he does a coat on the clear canvas, and then he starts painting. But anyway, yeah, well, there's the finished product. Well, for now, I might piddle with a little more. Probably not, though. It's late. I gotta get to bed. Oh my gosh. But thank you so much for watching. You guys are the real MVP if you're still subscribed. And shoot, it could be worse, right? Oh man, look at those trees and those poor excuses for tree trunks. But anyway, I will catch you guys on the next one. I don't know if I'll continue that Let's Play from last year or not. If I get any comments asking for it, I probably will. But otherwise, shoot, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time. God bless.